Hello and welcome to Real Reviews. My name is Jameson Rabbit, and I'm proud to be joined today by a man who has written several novels of Dig Dug fan fiction. His name is Mike Roth.
I would.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's really no information out there about why Dig Dug is doing what he's doing.
It is a vast universe, the Dig Dug universe.
And I have to admit, I was pretty good at it. Coin Op, that, Dig Dug, Bump and Jump, I excelled at. Galactica, I excelled at.
Johnny Show-Off over here.
Sorry. Well, I had a lot of quarters when I was little.
Setting records and writing fan fiction. This guy, he's still got the high score at the pizza pit in town.
And that's another thing. How come they haven't made a movie on Dig Dug yet?
Mike, just wait.
Oh, wow.
I think we need to turn one of your scripts into a movie. Yeah, one of your novels into a movie. This week on The Marquee, we have a couple of films to discuss. Let's jump right into it. The first movie that we have is called The D Train. The D Train starring Jack Black and James Marsden, Kathryn Hahn, Jeffrey Tambor. Jack Black is a guy who is trying to set up his 20-year high school class reunion. He is on the committee to set it up, and he's finding little success. He's a guy who has kind of gone through his entire life from high school through now, is kind of just invisible, guy who blends into the background.
Makes his own nicknames for himself.
Right, and he just, you find out that he's really just desperate to be somebody. That's what he wants. Even on this committee, he holds onto the Facebook password for the class reunion page as a power trip, appoints himself the chairperson of this committee that needs no chairperson. He just wants to feel special. He's finding no success in getting people to come to the reunion because nobody remembers him. Nobody remembers him from high school until he sees fellow classmate James Marsden doing a banana boat commercial, and he is struck by, wow, this guy's a superstar.
He has a superstar name, by the way. Oliver Lawless.
Oliver Lawless. And he's convinced that if I can just get Oliver Lawless to come back and come to the class reunion, I'll be a superstar. He and I will be best friends. We'll be somebody. People will be talking about me. I'll be a legend in everyone's eyes, not a nobody. So he goes out to California through dubious means and tries to lure Oliver Lawless back to his class reunion.
And that was another thing that made this seem like it was going to be a wacky, crazy comedy. You had Jeffrey Tambor, who played Bill Schumer. He's his boss, and he runs a company where his boss does not like technology. I think the most advanced thing he has is the electric typewriter. All his stuff is done on old.
He stopped updating like 1984.
Exactly, which sets a premise of extreme wackiness to come along.
And it kind of,
Yeah.
there's some, okay. So Jack Black playing a very vulnerable character and goes out to California to lure James Marsden back. James Marsden kind of playing off as doesn't want Jack Black to see what he really is. He's also kind of a vulnerable character that, wow, this guy thinks he has me on a pedestal. He thinks I'm a superstar because I'm in a banana boat commercial. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Dermot Mulroney. Sure. I'm a big time Hollywood guy, you know. And there's a plot turn in the middle of the movie while Jack Black is.
It's actually, I would say it's like a third in.
Yeah.
And it stops being what people bought a ticket for.
It's not announced in the trailer at all.
No, it's not. And in the trailers, and I think we should tell the audience. I don't think it's a spoiler alert.
Okay.
I think it's a bait and switch.
Okay.
You see the cast members, you're like, oh, it's got to be a wacky comedy. Love Jack Black. All these guys, they're great. They're funny. They're charismatic. But a third way through the movie, Jack Black has an extramarital affair with Oliver
Marsden,
Lawless.
yes.
And from there, it stops being this zany comedy that you expect and starts becoming a kind of a tragedy. It's a drama where for the next hour you are going to feel uncomfortable.
Well, and they
Squeamish.
They play that one moment up. They use that for laughs throughout. It is constantly referred to in innuendo and things like that to garner some laughs. But see, I didn't think that this was going to be a zany comedy. This, to me, from the trailer and in the beginning of the movie, felt a lot like Jack Black's recent movie Bernie, where he was more serious. He was still Jack Black. He's still a little kooky.
Oh, yeah.
But there was a sad, lonely guy in there, and and Catherine Hahn as his wife, I thought was good. As his lady, he was like, "What's going on?"
I think the actors were all great.
And the final act of the movie, as they get back to the union and everything goes on, really got weird to me. It really fell flat.
It felt extremely odd through most of the movie for me. Really, when it comes down to infidelity, that stuff usually brings out the laughs anyways, and I understand. This isn't the typical old Jack Black type movie. This is this new hybrid, and I give kudos. They really did something different, and they went on a limb on it, but I did not feel like this was a comedy after a certain point. I felt like this whole movie was made to make me feel awkward. Like, oh my gosh, what is he doing to his family? What is he doing to himself? Oh my gosh, is he really feeling these feelings?
I think that was the point, though, is to we gotta fly in the studio. I think that it was meant to be because he's the sympathetic loser who at points is used to not garner the sympathy that you think you would be giving to this guy, because he does kind of turn into a monster at points. And he does kind of destroy a lot of people's lives along the way, just trying to live out this dream, and will go to any ends to just get somebody to recognize him and somebody to say, wow, I know your name.
Yeah.
I know you. And as soon as one of his classmates is like, wait, you know Oliver Lawless? That's awesome. He's like, yeah, I did. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, I'm a star, right? And it is sad, but I think that's obviously the point of it, is to, he is the sympathetic figure.
I actually did not feel too much sympathy for him.
That's what I'm saying, though. Because he's put up to be the sympathetic figure, but he is a bit of a monster.
Yeah.
But ultimately, what did you end up giving the D Train?
I was very confused. Just like Jack Black in the movie, I was very confused on what to give this. I want to give it kudos for, good acting, and I want to say, wow, this is an interesting, bold, kind of brave topic to try to hit. But overall, I don't think I should, or anybody should, pay to just feel uncomfortable for that long. Otherwise, Tom Green would have been a lot more popular. I gave it a 2.
There's a name from the past. I agree with you. They did play up the moment of Jack Black and James Marsden, their time together. They did use that as a total plot device for the next 30 minutes. When I thought that the movie itself was doing just fine leading up to that, I thought it was interesting just following this guy that, his moments with the committee that he was on were so uncomfortable. Just like, this guy is, nobody cares about him. And I thought that they kind of obviously used that to get their jokes across. I gave it 2.5. I thought it was fine. Nothing special. I didn't think it was terrible. It had its moments, but it also fell flat in big chunks for me.
I did find it was special. I just didn't find it. It just was the wrong kind of special.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That is the D Train. The next movie, sir, what do you have for us?
Well, I have Hot Pursuit.
Hot Pursuit.
We have Reese Witherspoon and Sofia Vergara. They play. Sophia is. My gosh.
She's a witness.
She is a witness.
The wife of a witness.
She is
a turncoat.
She basically the same character she plays in her sitcom. And Reese Witherspoon is the short cop. They mention her height quite frequently throughout the whole movie, who really needs to prove herself. This cop, kind of green, does what she can. She follows the rules, and so much wackiness happens.
You're seeing everything that this movie is made up of in the trailer.
Pretty much. You're not seeing anything too much different. The jokes have all been pretty much done in other comedies.
In case
It
you
was
miss any of the jokes,
Yeah.
they tell them to you multiple times
Yeah.
throughout the movie.
If-
She's short. She's by the book. She's crazy and doesn't speak English very well.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
She likes shoes.
I wish I could tell you more about the movie, but that's it in a nutshell. You're either supposedly laughing at Reese Witherspoon's small stature, or you're laughing at Sophia's broken English.
Right.
And it just wasn't funny. It's very similar to Mall Cop that we just seen. It seemed like way too many jokes on the guy's weight. There was other things in there, but there wasn't enough to really bring substance. I was amused at some parts, but it wasn't a good movie. I really don't have much
No,
to
you
say
walk
about
out and
this.
you look back on it. It's like,
Yeah.
what did I see? What happened? What was going on? Because there's no plot, and that's fine as long as there's
Yeah.
jokes.
Yeah.
The plot is Reese Witherspoon is the by the books cop, very by the books, and it's not even played up to be funny. It's just played up to be annoying.
Yeah.
And-
And the same thing with Sophia's character.
Right, and she is the ditzy chick who was way into shoes and has broken English, and Reese Witherspoon's supposed to take her into custody and deliver her because she's a witness, and craziness ensues, and it's supposed to be a road trip picture. You know, as they travel around the country, craziness is going on. The problem is there is zero chemistry between these two.
Yeah.
No chemistry to make it funny. It's just annoying.
It's her character from Sophia plays her character from Modern Family. There is a point where she goes into her more dramatic personality, which I appreciate a lot
Yeah.
more than her
There's a
comedic.
relief.
Yeah. And her character in Modern Family is fine because there's also all these other characters, and it's only a half hour. When you put a big hour and a half and she makes up 50% of the talent, we got a problem.
When they made their 10th joke about like, oh, she's short, looks like a boy, like, just stop it.
Yeah.
Just stop. What are you doing? It's, road trip movies should be very easy to make.
Yeah.
Two people, craziness ensues, they're on the road. Oh no, situations come, you're being chased by the bad guys.
And,
It should be very easy, but you have to have the minimal amount of chemistry between the lead actors to make it enjoyable.
Yeah.
There was none.
There's a scene, you could see it from the trailer, where their car gets hit and there's this cocaine flying all
Right.
over the place. You think more would have came out of
Yeah.
that whole situation, but once it happened, it was pretty much forgotten.
It was played up for about 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And like, there we go. Let's move on to the same old joke again.
And then Reese Witherspoon's character was extra hyped up, but it really
but she was
didn't-
also extra by the book then.
extra by the book, yeah.
Yeah, I.
And
You
then
know
you
what, I
couldn't really tell when she wasn't high anyways off the stuff because she was the same character.
Very
no
much
matter
so.
what. Yeah.
I like Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah,
I really enjoy her, and I think she can be funny. I've seen her be funny in road trip movies.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen her in Overnight Delivery with Paul Rudd. This is very much a road trip movie between the two of them. Very funny,
Mm-hmm.
endearing. They have good chemistry. Nothing here.
Yeah.
I don't know who to put it on because it feels like the directors were both just like, whatever. Who cares what happens with this movie?
It's going up against Avengers second week. We don't want anything
Just
big.
really disappointing. So I gave Hot Pursuit ultimately 1 star.
Wow.
Yeah, really, I walk out and I was like, there's a couple of chuckles in there, but look back, like, would I ever watch this? No.
Yeah.
There are millions of other movies that I would watch before this, and I would not tell you to watch it.
Yeah, I gave it a 1.5.
Yeah.
It was a hair better, and I probably got that hair better just because I do like Sophia.
She can't say your name, so you can't say
Yeah,
yours. It's okay.
I'm sorry, but when she does her more drama, she, I think, is a good actress.
Yeah.
But her Modern Family shtick
From this movie,
for
you
an hour
wouldn't-
and a half, not cool.
You wouldn't know anybody was a good actress from this movie.
No.
Judging by this, I don't want to see anything else any of these people are in. But
No.
But as I said, road trip movies can be a lot of fun.
True.
And so we decided for our movie throwback this week to discuss another road trip movie, a classic road trip movie where the bad guys got to get a witness,
Can I get a witness?
deliver him. Can I get a witness? We're going to go back to 1988, the classic film Midnight Run,
Yeah.
starring Robert De Niro, Charles Grodin, a whole cast of characters, a very young Joey Pants. Joe
Yeah, that was
Pantoliano,
cool, seeing
with,
him,
with his
yeah.
comb over. Yaphet Kotto as the FBI agent Alonzo Mosley. I'm Alonzo Mosley. And Dennis Farina right there. This movie is Robert De Niro playing a bounty hunter sent out to track down Charles Grodin's character and just deliver him. You got 5 days to deliver him. Bring him in. Alonzo Mosley is the FBI, CIA agent, trying to track him down as well. And it's De Niro really, for the first time that I can remember playing against type, the first time I saw De Niro smile and laugh was in this movie. I was like, well, this guy can be funny. Even Charles Grodin, who I'm not a big fan of normally, great in this against De Niro.
Well, he really doesn't have. I mean, the roles that we know him from, like what was it? Beethoven. Yeah, but he's not in anything bigger than Beethoven. I think he did Clifford also.
Okay, maybe it was Clifford instead of
He
Beethoven.
something about big dogs. No, I know he was in Beethoven.
He was in Seems Like Old Times as well, a great Chevy Chase Goldie Hawn movie. Yes, I think it was that one. Maybe it was Foul Play. I get them confused. But going back to Midnight Run, Midnight Run is, I absolutely love this movie, and rewatching it, I forgot just how funny it is, and just De Niro and Grodin and Alonzo Mosley, those three basically, just the three of them on the road together in various ways. Really, the first, the planes, trains, and automobiles.
That's what I was thinking while I was watching this.
Trying to get across the country with him. And it's just crazy, and it's fun. It's great action. I can't repeat some of my favorite lines from this movie. You know, anything with De Niro that De Niro says, I probably can't repeat. But
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think about Midnight Run, Sarah? What do you have to say?
I thought it was all right. This was the first time I saw it. When it was mentioned to me, for some reason, I thought we were going to watch Runaway Train.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I was getting really excited about it, and I put in Midnight Express, and I'm like,
Midnight Express,
okay.
also a different movie.
Midnight Run.
There we go.
Well, anyhow, they're
Which
so
movie did you
similar.
watch? I'm curious now.
Midnight Run. That's
I watched
this
Midnight
one right
Cowboy.
here.
I mean,
But it was all right. It was definitely 80s feel to it, but there was a lot of variety, and definitely it was a refreshing breath after watching Hot Pursuit. So
yeah, I mean, as far as movies with cops and robbers and good guys and bad guys going across the country, this is one of my all-time favorites.
I looked up the director, Martin Brest.
Martin Brest.
And he's done Beverly Hills Cop, this movie, Sense of a Woman, Meet Joe Black.
His career slowly stepped down.
It just stopped. Where did he go?
After Meet Joe Black, there was one other one.
Gigli?
Oh, Geely. Yeah, that did it.
Geely.
Yeah, with Bennifer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that put an end to a lot of careers.
He got really bad reviews on that. But
Geely, one of the all-time most panned movies.
But that was 5 years after Meet Joe Black, and he has done a short film in 2009, and that's it. This guy, he had some huge movies.
He did.
You think he would be doing something?
I actually don't know what's going on with Martin Brest. I just hope he's all right.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. He's fine.
The letters like, oh, he's not doing so well, guys. Oh, all right, sorry. No, Martin Brest, yeah, he did. In his career, I mean, his career did from in the 80s with Beverly Hills Cop and Midnight Run. And
I guess he was original director of War Games also.
Really?
And then he was replaced. Some of his scenes are still in the movie. And yeah.
The only thing that I don't like about Midnight Run, and this has nothing to do with the movie, is that it did prove that De Niro had some comedic chops, which ultimately would lead us to analyze this and analyze that, and all of the other horrible comedies that he made in the late 90s and 2000s.
Yeah. Meet the Parents.
The Meet the Parents was okay.
Yeah.
But it was the successive Meet the Parents sequels that he was like, I'll do whatever, who cares? It's just like, half of me kind of wishes like, maybe nobody should have told Bobby that he had some comedic chops to him. And I think half of it is the fact that for years and years and years, starting with Mean Streets and going all the way through, that he was Robert De Niro, the gangster, the bad guy, the dude you don't want to see on the street.
Yeah.
And then he kind of plays that character in this, only he has some personality to him.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, when I saw this movie when it came out.
It definitely wasn't Taxi Driver at all.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, seeing this movie when it came out is, I think, we have different perspectives on it. It was kind of like, whoa, look what he can do. Now you've been exposed to a lot of what he can do.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened? So that is our movie throwback, Midnight Run from 1988. Let's take a look ahead at what we have coming out the week of May 22nd, sir.
Yeah.
What do you think? The week of May 22nd, we have 2 films coming out. The first one is the requisite horror movie. This one is a big-time remake from a movie
Looking
from the
forward to it.
1980s that was pretty monumental in its time.
Cursed.
Cursed movie, exactly.
was a
Cursed
cursed
movie
movie.
set, no doubt. And that is the remake to the movie Poltergeist. Looks like a pretty straightforward, nearly shot-by-shot remake from what I can tell.
Yeah. We've
Starring-
only seen the trailers just like everybody else. out
Right,
there.
starring one of my favorite actors, Sam Rockwell,
Mm-hmm.
taking over the role of Craig T. Nelson. And it looks pretty good. It looks
Yeah.
like the effects, they didn't go too crazy with it.
And, the movie's not out yet, but it sounds like everybody survived, which the old Poltergeist movies, people
so
weren't that
much.
lucky.
Yeah, there's a lot of, you ever watch one of those True Hollywood stories about cursed Hollywood sets, the Apocalypse Now stories, and Poltergeist is a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the ensuing curse that followed a lot of the actors afterwards. It's pretty interesting. I like those
Box
Hollywood.
office sales were the worst curse that they had.
See
Oh!
what you did there. The next movie we have coming out May 22nd is Tomorrowland, based off the newest movie based off a Disney ride.
And you know what? I see this and I go, oh, this is going to be terrible. But they do those ride movies pretty good. Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's
Make
been
another
around.
one of those.
And I really didn't think the Haunted House one with Eddie Murphy was that bad.
No, it was manageable.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't Norbit.
yeah.
Um,
Hey, who knows?
Tomorrowland,
Tomorrowland
though,
might get.
I'm actually excited for it. It's got George Clooney, another one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
It's got, I can never remember the girl's name, who was in the Longest Ride.
Yes. That was a
She's the star of
great
this one.
movie.
And this movie is one of those weird ones where I saw the first trailer
Uh-huh.
and thought I kind of got where they were going with this movie. Saw the second trailer, looked like a whole different movie.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what's going on in this movie. I have
that's,
no idea what to expect.
And that's probably why, in my case, I'm looking at it as, you're just shoving this out because you got a ride and you want to promote your ride. But Disney does a good job with these
I don't
ride
think Disney
movies.
needs to promote Disney World.
No. Well, they.
Hey guys, have you heard we got this place? Come check out. We're calling it Disneyland.
Well, if you ever go to Disney World, you notice Tomorrowland, there is no hype besides Space Mountain. And the last Space Mountain I saw was very, very boring.
I just go to
The
Star
Rock,
Tours
I
over
think.
and over and over again.
That's it.
Just hang out at Star Tours all day.
That's at the MG. Oh,
No, that's at Disney World.
is it at Disney
Yes,
World?
sir.
I thought that
I
was
believe
at
it's in
their,
Tomorrowland.
Really? No.
They got their whole thing. I hear Star Wars is a big thing too.
Yeah.
They might not. They might want to promote that as well.
I don't know if you know this, but there's going to be a sequel to that.
You don't say.
Yeah. Some dude.
Could be good.
Yeah.
Could be good. So those are our movies that are coming out the week of May 22nd. Next week, next episode, we will have a couple of movies that I'm eagerly anticipating. The first one being Pitch Perfect 2.
Yes.
We'll be chatting about that.
I have to see the first one, but I hear
You
great
do?
things about the. Yeah.
Still on the table for next episode, acapella sing-off. I'm just saying, it's out there.
Do I have
It
to
could
sing
happen.
in tune or remember words? Can I just hum really loud?
Can I just bring a recorder and play something?
The commercials look hilarious. There's this one part where the Australian woman.
Yes.
For some
Rebel
reason,
Wilson.
I'm getting a chuckle out every single time I've seen this trailer. And also when the commentator of the a cappella group, he's like, the Glee Club for the girls who are not pretty enough to be cheerleaders.
Right.
For some reason, I just laugh every time. And I see these trailers often. I
Yes.
see them on TV. I see them at the beginning of all these movies we preview. I usually get sick of them.
Yeah.
I'm not sick of Pitch Perfect 2 yet.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. The other movie we'll be discussing next episode is Mad Max Fury Road.
And that's another one that I've been seeing the trailers forever.
Doesn't get
And it does not get old.
Every time I'm excited.
Yeah, every time I see it on television now, I say what a day, what a lovely day! I mean, before it ends, it really bugs everybody in the house, but I love this trailer. I think it's going to be exciting.
I can't wait. We'll be discussing that. Before we get going, though, we want to, of course, thank our sponsor, Marcus theaters. Thank you for bringing us into the beautiful Palace Cinema with all of your luxury dream loungers, if you like a dreamliner. Way to cover. Dream lounger seats. We really enjoy you sponsoring the show, and we highly recommend you going to your Marcus Theater and catching all these pictures that we're talking about.
Definitely check out the Palace. They got
Palace
so many
is so beautiful.
new things. I don't think Madison's really had a proper bistro restaurant. I know we had one downtown for a while, but it was mostly metal chairs and stuff like that. Yeah, this one, you get the Dream Lounger seats and good gourmet food. And
I'm in love with this place. I've said I have a seat basically held in the theater. I've sat in the same seat for every show I've seen. I just love it. I love just reserving that seat. J11 and J12.
There you go.
Do not find yourself sitting in those seats. J11 and J12, those are mine.
J11, J12, your favorite seat from now on.
those are booked for me. And of course, we want you to go and find us on Facebook. If you are on Facebook, go find us at Real Reviews TV. Like us on there. Follow what we're doing on there. We're always posting content and video and opinions and things like that.
That's not the only place you
No,
can
it is
find
not.
us. You could also find us on YouTube, which for all of you Riku owners or people just like to watch it on their TV and can't download K-Sun, you could watch it on YouTube now and see it in full screen splendor. And we have a Twitter account, I guess.
We do.
It's pretty active.
You can find us on Twitter, of course, as always, at Real Reviews TV. Go on there and follow us and chit-chat with us. I'm always on there chit-chatting with people, whether they want to or not.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, we post everything on there as well. You can also, if you want to see any of our previous episodes that we have done over the past year plus now, Mike,
Oh, yeah.
You can go on to ksun.tv. Go on there, find Real Reviews, find a host of other shows that you might be interested in. But you can see these beautiful faces talking about all kinds of movies.
And if for some reason you still can't find us, type in Real Reviews and either one of our names or K-Sun, and we will pop up. Trust me, I've done it.
We will pop up in your bushes outside your house. Hey, heard you were looking for us.
We got cookies.
We're right here. Also, I would say, if I could ask you to do one thing is, go on, if you're on Facebook and you're following us, you look in the bottom corner there, there's a little thing with the likes section. Click on that like section. You'll see things, the Sun Prairie Media Center. You'll see the Sun Prairie, the Sun Radio Project, which is upcoming here in the community. Click on that. Take a look at that. Take a look. There's some podcasts listed there. I host a bunch of podcasts discussing movies because that seems to be the only thing I do.
Yeah, I can't see where you sleep.
So if you're interested about any other movies, I host a podcast called Real Films, Real Original. But that's talking about documentaries and such. And go on there, take a listen, see if there's any other things. I mentioned last week I recently reviewed all the Mad Max movies in preparation for Fury Road.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was a good time.
And I heard Beyond Thunderdome, your favorite. You started singing.
Thunderdome is rough, man. I mean, we can talk about it next week. But Beyond Thunderdome is a rough movie. But
that Tina Turner song was so huge that summer.
It really was.
Yeah.
And every time I watch that movie, I can't get the song out of my head from the credits.
Yeah,
And
don't
don't
sing it.
start.
No, I don't want to
You
hear
had
it.
it in my head a
I
while
don't
ago.
got it.
But that is kind of all the things that we would implore you to do. The last thing I would say is go to the movies, check them out, go watch Fury Road, go watch Pitch Perfect 2, because we're going to be talking about them next week.
I'm going to end this with a sneeze, probably.
Here we go.
I'm
There
good.
we go. Very good. All right. But until next week, my name is Jameson.
I'm Mike Roth.
Thanks for watching.